Your Storm Tracker weather with Chief Meteorologist Chikage Windler.
It is warm, it is humid, it is breezy, and the stage is set for potential strong to severe thunderstorms later on tonight. Now, as you can see from our Hilton Cam downtown, all is quiet so far. Anyone heading to ACL for the last day of weekend two, it is steamy. 86 degrees as of 1 o'clock, heat index at 91. And I expect we're going to see more sunshine develop and temperatures could soar into the 90s later on this afternoon ahead of the first of two cold fronts. So hot, hazy, humid, breezy today. Severe thunderstorms possible tonight, and more storms are possible mid to late week ahead of yet another front. Behind that front, a real taste of fall. We may see highs only in the 70s by next weekend. All right, let's get you caught up on temperatures. It feels like 101 in LaGrange with a temperature already of 90. Only 79, on the other hand, in Fredericksburg. And as I mentioned, we are basically playing that waiting game to see if storms will fire up. There is a dry line out in West Texas. That will be one of the ingredients that could fire up some storms. That dry line is the difference between the warm, humid air to the east and the very hot, dry air to the west. At the same time, there's a cold front that's pulling its way through Oklahoma and the Panhandle. All of these moving into Austin later on tonight. So super humid and uncomfortable for now. Storms as of yet have not fired in most of the Lone Star State. We have some in New Mexico, some through the Oklahoma and Texas panhandles, and some leading up into Kansas. It's later on this evening when all the ingredients come into play for potentially a significant severe weather outbreak through Oklahoma, North Texas, western sections of Arkansas, and portions of far southwest Missouri. What about Austin? For Austin, we are in the low Category 1 marginal threat of severe thunderstorms, which means isolated severe thunderstorms are possible, but I'm more concerned for northern Llano, northern Burnett, and northern Williamson County points north under a level 2 slight risk of scattered showers and storms. What are we talking about? Well, the main threats for us will be hail and high winds, a 5% risk through the Austin area. This is talking about late tonight. As for tornadoes, I know we get concerned a lot about these. Some storms might be rotating. There is a low 2% tornado threat just north of Austin that does include all of Williamson County, and in northernmost Wilco, northernmost Burnett, and northernmost sections of Llano County, an elevated tornado threat. That's a 5% risk. We will be very closely watching this overnight tonight. You can see as you head farther north, an enhanced risk of tornadoes, of hail, and wind as you head toward the Red River. This is a good idea, regardless of whether we get anything bad, just to make sure you have a way of getting watches, warnings, advisories. You can download our CBS Austin weather app if you don't already have it. Future clouds and radar. We're quiet through 4 o'clock in the afternoon as temperatures soar into the 90s as we make our way through the evening. Still nothing much, but after about 8 o'clock tonight, storms starting to move into places like Mason and Llano counties. By about midnight, that is when the bulk of the storms move through the Austin area from Georgetown to Blanco through Austin. Not all the storms will be packing that much of a punch, but there will be isolated storms within this line that may have hail, high winds, and heavy rain. Then everything starts to weaken and fizzle as we head through about 3 a.m. So timeline for most of our area will be from about 10 p.m. through about 2 to 3 a.m. Cold front pushes through, and behind that front, we're going to see clearing skies and a mostly sunny Monday ahead. In fact, temperature is probably going to make it to around 88 degrees, a temporary drop in humidity where it will feel pretty comfortable. But then starting Tuesday, moisture surges in already. We could see patchy light rain or drizzle to start off your Tuesday as temperatures soar yet again into the 90s, setting the stage for round 2 of rain later in the week. So the initial possible storms overnight tonight. At this point, there may be some isolated pockets of up to about an inch of rain, but I'm not worried about flooding with round 1. I'm more concerned about hail and high winds with round 1. Round 2 is when we will likely see the bigger and heavier rain threat. So rain chances ramp up to 70% Wednesday and ramp up to 80% chance on Thursday. Here's the big picture for you. Storm threat today, strongest in Oklahoma, pushing through Austin overnight. By tomorrow, we are dry and quiet. Tuesday's transition day, we start to see that humidity build back up again. We also will have a tropical system in the Pacific that will be pulling in moisture to the Lone Star State, enhancing potential for heavy rain, especially west of Austin. So in Austin on Wednesday, we're going to watch some heavy rain develop that will stay with us late Wednesday through Thursday into early Friday. By early Friday, another cold front pushes through. Behind this front, we get a real taste of fall. We're going to see temperatures only in the 70s on Saturday, with lows in the 50s. There may be some 40s in the hill country for lows. And this is going to last all through next weekend and much of the start of the following week. So, wide picture of how much rain could fall, with the heaviest coming Wednesday night, Thursday, and ending Friday morning. At this point, the highest total is expected to be in the hill country. I would not be surprised by 2 to 5 inches of rain west of I-35. Austin area could see 1 to 2 inches of rain, and points to the east might see slightly less, depending on this Pacific system. I'll show it to you in just a moment. You can see widespread heavy rain will be likely, especially through Wednesday, Thursday, early Friday. How much rain per the Weather Prediction Center? Right now targeting about 2.5 inches for Austin. That's a combination of tonight's rain plus the midweek storm. Farther to the east, less. Farther to the west, more. I did mention the tropics will play a role in our heavy rain potential later this week. First, in the Atlantic, a 30% development chance of a disturbance that's east of the Caribbean, a 20% development chance just off the Carolina coastline, and then Tropical Depression 16 has formed. It's in the Pacific south of Mexico, is expected to become Tropical Storm Pamela later on today, then turn into a Category 1 or even 2 hurricane before making landfall about middle part of this week in Mexico. And then that moisture is going to work its way north and east through Mexico and right into the Lone Star State. So that moisture is what will likely lead to heavy rain potential when it combines with that cold front. So we'll have a 1-2 punch of heavy rain threat. The next named storm on the Atlantic side, should anything form, will be Wanda, by the way, but it will be Pamela in the Pacific. Temperatures October 18th through 24th will be warmer than average as per precip, wetter, but slightly wetter. Okay, here's a look at your 7-day forecast. The big things I want you to know: a weather alert for tonight, especially in Austin around midnight. 70% chance of storms, some could be strong to severe. Now today and tomorrow during the daytime hours, no worries whatsoever. Then Tuesday, a couple of morning showers, overall a pretty quiet day. Then we start up again with late Wednesday, all day Thursday into early Friday with heavy rain and storm threat back with us. Behind Friday morning's cold front, look at the difference. We go from 85 on Friday to a high of only 77 degrees on Saturday for what will be a fantastic fall weekend ahead. Please make sure you stay weather aware tonight and again later on the week. Avery Tomasco will have your latest updates on CBS Austin News later on. Nicole Hartford will be in first thing in the morning for CBS Austin News as well. They start at 4:30 a.m. Take care, be safe, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.